All right, we're rolling on Thursday.
Getting it going on Thursday.
I don't mean rolling on Molly because this is a drug-free zone.
You are
listen to me.
talk.
I am Dare with a capital D.
I wonder how many people like first railed something while wearing a Dare shirt.
Shut up. I'm embarrassed.
Oh my god, it was the funniest article I've ever read in my entire life.
I watched a couple of compilation videos on YouTube. I've got it all figured out.
You're listening to the No Big Banana Podcast.
Welcome back to the No Big Banana Podcast. My name is Charles.
My name is Justin.
And that is a fair question.
I think I've mentioned that on the
Probably
the
a
podcast
lot,
before.
Statistically, right? It would have to be.
I'm sure of it.
Hope everybody's having a good Thursday.
Yeah.
So I did want to talk briefly about D&D just because I'm excited about where our campaign is currently.
Go for it.
So in the airships campaign, we just fought a necromancer
Ooh.
and his army of golems as he was, well, first of all, we were at a
Is it
gnome.
golems or golems? Golems?
I don't know. I think it's potato, tomato.
Potato, tomato?
Tomato, potato, whatever. You know.
You figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out. That's my favorite.
Comment down below what you think Charles is trying to talk about.
Yeah, no, they know what it is.
If
you know
think
what I'm talking about.
Comment down below.
Whatever
Let's get
emphasis
to the
on
algorithm.
whatever syllable. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm the king of that shit.
They were attacking a giant whale
Ooh.
and trying
That's
to
not cool.
mine from it.
Mine from it?
Yeah. Well, we later found out that they were trying to get the orb out of it because it has the life orb in it. So there are 5 orbs. The first one that we came across was when we fought the iron giant robot in the middle of the ocean where Tantor died. And
Spoilers?
we were in the Flying Gnome City.
Oh, really?
Which is just like a bunch of like mismatched. That's the city that Studebaker shooed. Because I just gave a bunch of people free shoes.
Nice.
So then I got like the hookup on stuff.
What a
But-
fucking communist.
Yeah. Oh, Studebaker. Well, he's very forgetful.
He's
so
on the
he
far
just,
left.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a problem. He's Antifa, I've heard.
Oh, he's gone the ANCAP route.
Studebaker Peppercorn actually might be the head of Antifa.
Oh, really?
Which probably let Rand Paul know.
Yeah.
Because I heard that he was looking.
Fucking Meat Canyon
All of them are
did
the
a video
same.
today. It was a Willy Wonka horror parody, and it was essentially just it was like Willy Wonka was what's that guy's name? Jeffrey Epstein. And he was like bringing the kid down the corridor, and then was like,
Hey, man, it's not a far cry.
there's a picture of Willy Wonka with Bill Clinton, the 42nd president, and then like the SWAT team breaks in and they're like, you didn't fucking see anything.
It's very, very weird that like I was watching the Veruca piece the other day.
The Veruca piece.
What the fuck is a Veruca?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Veruca's the real bratty girl. I want it now. I want it right now. That girl?
No idea.
Have you seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, yeah.
She just fucking goes down the egg chute. And the dad is like, oh, where the hell does that go? And he's like,
yeah.
oh, the furnace.
Yeah.
Like so nonchalantly.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, there's that, like, horror concept where it's like, yeah, all the kids are what make the candy.
Yeah, I think that, like...
And then they did the one with fucking Johnny Depp or whatever, and, like, all the kids are leaving at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, don't ruin that. Like,
I think that people were
Wonka
just
bars are made of children. It's like Soylent Green.
I mean, it was the 70s. People were on drugs, but, like... I feel like people
the-
were just so enamored with...
And they get in the fucking elevator, and the elevator just, like, shoots out the
fuck is his
top of the
name?
thing. What?
Gene
Wilder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gene I wanted to say Hackman, and I knew that wasn't right. I think people were so enamored with Wilder that like it really just
It
that
didn't
plot
matter.
just
Yeah.
kind of passed.
It
Because
didn't matter.
if you really analyze
lose.
it like for
Good
what it
day,
is,
sir.
it's fucking awful.
It's great.
It's really crazy. Like
it's so
just
good.
the amount of squalor that Charlie lives in. First of all.
Oh, for real, yeah.
And it's like no wonder he got so excited.
And it's like,
about
do
a
you think
fucking
like living in the
ticket
slums
a
like that?
chocolate bar.
If you think like a kid living in the slums like that is just going to be able to walk down the street with something made of gold and he's not going to get jumped immediately?
Oh yeah,
Fucking,
that's true.
there's no way that kid's
Well,
getting out of that alleyway alive.
His family almost kicked his ass for it, didn't they?
Yeah, or something
Wasn't there
like
a whole
that.
thing about that?
Probably.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but like just the idea of like these 4
Justice for Charlie.
these invalid people.
Yeah,
that
y'all
are
care about
sharing
all
a
this,
bed.
all these other people,
And then
like Aaliyah.
and
Sorry.
Leave her alone. Oh my God.
know.
I never knew that starting a podcast with you would ultimately lead to like me having to rein you in about making fun of Aaliyah.
Yeah.
So anyway, in D&D, there was this really cool moment that I'm excited about turning it into an anime.
Destroying myself there.
Justin just fucking pretty much one-shot a dragon.
Oh.
Shouldn't say that though, because Willa, and this harkens back to why
Aaliyah?
I didn't
Sorry.
I didn't feel as bad
About Aaliyah? I'm sorry. Just cut this out. Just cut all of this out.
Oh, I'm cutting it all
redact
out.
it. Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
That's about right.
I hope you're proud of
I
yourself.
actually really am.
God,
It makes me happy.
I have no clue what it was. But you'll be happy to know that I made a little more progress in Black Clover.
Oh, cool.
Just a little. They just rescued Dorothy, the Dream Witch. So they just busted out of her dream
Yeah. I forgot
and
about
saved
that.
her. Meanwhile, Asta
Meanwhile.
saved Gauche and Marie. Yeah, and so now they've still got they've got the fucking Shadow Palace
Did they just go
portal to
in?
deal with. No, not yet. I think that they're about to next episode.
Yeah. So what do you think end game for your campaign? Like, where do you see this going at the end?
Oh, airships?
Yeah.
Well, we have to collect all of the orbs, so we already know about all of them. There's a red one, which is the Rage one, which I don't think we have.
So it's like Captain Planet, where it's like you're getting all the different
Kinda.
rings.
There's a life orb that's in Barry, the
You
whale.
would get love. Love is the worst one.
No.
objectively.
It's rage. It's like
No, it's
rage,
earth,
greed,
wind, water,
life, death, and
fire, heart.
hope or something. I don't remember what it is.
Did we watch the same Captain Planet?
But
when we
there's
were
5
younger?
of them.
Yeah.
And we've got to collect them. I'm assuming we've got to at least protect. We've either got to collect or protect. I'm not sure yet. But Olivia, that's what I was going to say. This is why I didn't feel so badly for her in Wicked Pax, is because she's so fucking DPR, it's stupid. And she did 41 damage in one
Fuck
arrow.
me.
She was just like, blap, 41 damage to the dragon.
What level are you guys?
6.
What the fuck, man?
I know. And then Justin
How?
did 66 damage to the
How?
dragon. He almost crit twice. He crit, then he rolled like a 19.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, he did 66 damage.
In one round. Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ.
And like split the dragon in half like a hot dog, which is pretty fucking cool because like
Split it in, you mean like
yeah,
in
like
a
hot
folding
dog
paper?
ways.
Okay.
Like hot dog instead of
So I was like,
hamburger.
who the fuck's, like, unless you're like cooking it like on a stovetop or something.
Yeah.
Why would you slit a
No,
hot
he
dog?
like he slams his axe into the
foot
head
long
and then
dingle
just
dong.
drags it down the back. Just
Nice.
splits it open. Filet-o dragon.
Nice.
You know how it is.
Yeah. I was going to ask earlier, but we got sidetracked.
On this podcast, I don't believe it.
I think it was actually before we even started the podcast. What do you think, objectively, is the best anime of 2020?
Oh no.
So far. Obviously, like, there's other ones that come out or whatever, and we don't know.
Demon Slayer claim it came out last year, didn't it?
2019, yeah.
Oh, probably Demon King, bro.
Demon King, yeah.
Yeah, it's just so it's unique in a lot of ways. It's unique in the reasons that I care about the character. Because when you have a character that's so OP, you can't really invest in the idea of them getting stronger. Like the reason for him being an underdog is not one of power level.
Right.
Which is, increasingly popular with the isekai genre, like, average everyday guy goes to,
Right.
But doing it this way is just, I don't know, it kind of puts that idea on its head of like, well, he's the strongest, period. And yet he's
Full
working
stop.
against such, he's working against such odds in the sense of like,
It's something that like isn't capable of being handled by a single person, or at least in the same way that normal power struggles would allow someone to.
yeah.
So it's like he's going up against an enemy that isn't physical.
Right.
It's not something that like sheer power can dominate. I actually think it's tied for 2 of them for me. I would say Tower of God, just because I think it was such a overwhelmingly like beautiful piece
it was
of art.
epic.
It's just a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah.
That's and ReZero Season 2. I really think
Yeah.
because every time I end up watching one of those episodes, I get like all of these questions answered, and yet I have 17 more questions.
That's true.
And it's one of the only anime that I've seen in a long time where I genuinely don't know what they're going to do next. Like with Demon King, like it still kind of follows that standard design, you know, like to an extent. You know, because they've done that kind of like overpowered, but like, you know, even like to an extent, like that time I got reincarnated as a slime. You could even say a similar kind of.
Wait, when did that come out?
I think 2019.
Okay.
It's a good one though.
Oh my God, that's my favorite of the bunch, dude.
But like that one and Shield Hero, I would say Shield Hero is also really good at that.
Shield Hero's pretty close, but like ReZero's closer for me.
Yeah, like, I think just in general, I think ReZero's done a better job of being the correct medium to present a story that is unique to its own genre, even within its own genre, is unique in the way that it goes about it.
Yeah. I also feel like by the time we get to season 2 of Demon King, I'm hoping that it does get richer. And I'm starting to feel that already in terms of its like story and history and how all of that works.
I mean, don't get me wrong though, like there's some bad bitch moments in that shit though. Like when he kills his teacher and then is like, yeah, you're just going to keep coming back to life as a hybrid forever. So enjoy that. Mm-hmm. And it was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Like, especially because like right before that, when he stops in and saves his mom and then like saves all those girls. And he's like, never would have thought that would have been consumed with rage in this time period, but guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I hope that there's more to it, and I hope that there is more than just heroes and demons, but you know, we'll see.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the world was split into 4.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, or at least something like that, because it split it between all of the different planes of existence, like where all of the different, like, because they were all one, and then he sacrificed himself to create that barrier that broke it up into like 4 different distinct. I think it was 4. It might be 5. It might be 3. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that there's more than that. Although I don't really see the, like, Avos Del Hevia is really, like, the end game for that show. Right?
We don't know that, though.
Right, but what else is there really for?
What if he's a patsy? What if there's a whole nother thing going on?
Right, but then wouldn't that kind of feel like, oh, we just got done doing this. Let's do it again on a bigger scale. Like, it'd just be the exact same thing again.
Not really. Not if they planned it that way. Because, I mean, that happens a lot where you end up chasing, like...
I felt that way with Bleach. Like, the first series arc was like, oh, all of a sudden he's got these crazy powers and he's like meeting all of these interesting people, and then there's like this story, and then someone gets kidnapped and he's trying to go save her, and then that series, like that arc ends, and it's like, oh, we're in a new arc where he finds out he has new powers and he goes to a new place and meets all these new people, and one of the girls has to get saved, and there's like a hot chick that's
but I mean, so it's like, you can boil anything down to that though, really, because that's what fucking DBZ is. Like,
I know.
Oh, let me guess, there's a new person in town that's stronger than Goku,
and you know it's not like that.
So we're gonna have to wait until Goku gets strong enough to beat that person, and then once he does, guess what? There's a new person that's stronger than Goku.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like it feels like it's either going to follow that trend of like continually just like dialing up the stakes of it while just continually doing the same thing, or they're just going to do like a nice like 26 episode series where they get in, they tell the story, and they get out. I'm hoping they do it that way.
Yeah.
Because I tend to find that like those, it's rare. I don't know. I'm very particular about like it either being like 26 episodes, you get in, you tell the story, and you get the fuck out. Or it's like 1,000 episodes, like One Piece, and I'm just here for the entirety of the journey.
Well, and you have to have the legs for it. Like I can tell. Oh my God,
One Piece just recently, like, oh fuck, dude, like this girl's dad gets killed in front of her, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could ask the same of like ReZero as to like, what do you think the end game is there? Like, because really his primary motivation, as far as we know all this time, has been to get with Amelia. Yeah. By the way, whatever that means, what does that mean? Does that mean like going on a date or like getting married to her?
They've gone on dates.
I know, but I mean, like, what is going to end the Groundhog Day shit? is what I mean. Like,
I think when he kills the witch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And
But
so
like,
then it's like,
does
so
that
once
mean that
that happens.
does he go back to his old place? Like, does he go back home?
Right.
Because that seems to be his tether to this like plane of existence.
Right. Well, we still don't know what happened. I mean, for all we know, he could have been hit by a car.
Yeah.
When he actually goes to because he's just kind of like standing by the street.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
and then like he kind of like shakes his head or whatever, and he's in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't really clear that like maybe he was like daydreaming and stepped off the curb and got blasted, and then now he's dead, living in fucking.
Just got his cock rocked off by a guy on a Honda bike. Like, no, because like he experiences every death. So like, I mean, they've made that painfully obvious. That like he has to experience death before he can be brought somewhere else. Even in like going into like the seemingly even like for the trial. You know,
but maybe that's what that means, is that like he got hit and killed while he wasn't paying attention, and so
I don't know.
This experience is like him, like whether
even
or not
like
he's
him
gonna
getting his
survive in
head
the
cut
hospital.
off by fucking Puck. Like he even like recalled that one.
Yeah,
and that's a pretty quick, instant kind of like KO.
Yeah.
That was also perfect in that compilation you sent where it's like, yeah. And the head just drops into the floor.
Yeah. Oh, I tried to line some of that stuff up. Like,
you did a great job.
It's like, boom, boom. And he's like the blood splatter.
Yeah.
And then just the shot, my favorite shit in the whole thing are just those shot, is that one shot of him like in bed going crazy. Like you can see that he's losing his mind. Like he's just like, he's got black circles and he's just losing his shit. Because he's died
like 27 times. Yeah.
Well, that's totally, and I feel like Curb is like I'm gonna, it'll be live at this point. I'll make it public. It got copyright claimed immediately.
Of course.
I don't know if it was by whoever owns the Curb music or whoever owns.
I mean, as long as you're not trying to like monetize off it.
No. And they really don't give a fuck. They're just like, somebody else can monetize it. The owner can monetize it and make money off of it if they want to, which is fine.
I don't know if either party would want like that associated, because you're either making really light of a lot of these like really tragic moments in the series, or you're attaching the song to something really fucked up and brutal.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking rabbits, that shit still to me is like, that's got to be like the worst one.
Yeah, but it just, I don't know. It feels, don't you think it feels a little juvenile? Don't you think it would have been like more vicious if it was like wolves or something?
I don't know, man.
Bunnies?
Well, I guess, I mean, and they also do kind of like talk about it in the next episode, which you haven't seen yet. So
that's true.
But I don't know. There's something about like,
I thought the whale was scary as fuck.
Yeah, they're about the same witch.
The whale was fucking spooky.
Yeah.
But like whales in general, I think, or anything that's that big.
Well, I mean, like if you think about like how
problem.
big that pack of rabbits is.
I guess, yeah. I mean, in numbers.
They're considered one of the great mob beasts. So there's got to be something to them that's more than just like that they're...
That's such an anime thing to do, too.
What?
Like make the strongest fucking kill shit monster like a unicorn bunny.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up.
Just like,
I thought it was Puck. I thought it was like another version of Puck at first.
Rabbits with horns.
Like I thought it was one of the spirits. Like,
oh yeah,
I thought for sure that like Puck was pissed off that he didn't take care of Amelia like he said he would. He's like, what the fuck is up with that? Where the hell's Puck? Like Puck's
that is true. We have not seen Puck in a while.
Absent.
That is true. I hadn't considered that.
There was a thing on one of the anime memes that I saw that I almost sent to you. It was one of those like would you push the button if you became an anime girl, but you couldn't answer in like definite. Like in any definite responses, and the person pushed it, and then it was a picture of Bia going, I suppose.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I was just gonna say that Betty's my girl. She has not been there either very much.
Not really.
I mean, there was the moment where it was like, is she with the witch? Is she like part of the cult? And then it was like, it was really interesting of them to be like, for like Roswell to be like, no, she's the opposite of that. Because then it's like, yeah, but
is she, though?
The fuck are you though? Like, what are you doing? Like,
dude,
when he says
really
shit,
weird?
when he says shit like, oh no, she's not against us. It's like, who the fuck is us?
What
bro?
the fuck are you saying?
What kind of riddles? He's the Riddler. He's just like
a really gay version of the Riddler.
Yeah, you talk about posing more questions.
Oh my
every time
God.
Subaru talks, every time that fuck opens his mouth, I'm like, what?
Yeah. I was watching, there's an anime called Future Diary, which is kind of meh. It's like I'd say like a 7 out of 10.
It sounds like it would be meh.
It's actually not bad.
Future Diary?
Yeah. There's like the god of space and time is about to die, so he allows like I think it's like 12 people the opportunity to like be able to read into the future. So they have a diary that tells them what's going to happen.
Oh, what a really cool concept and stupid name for the show.
Well, that's the English translation of it.
Yeah, but still, it's
Whatever.
really like on the nose.
I know.
It's like making a movie like comedy.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen my new movie Comedy?
How high?
Yeah, it's real funny.
What's it about? I don't know. How high they can get.
Weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. But no, his dad, like the main character, who is such a fucking puss. Like he is such a goddamn little simp beta cuck. Like the entire
Whoa.
dude. No, the main character is the
An
worst.
SBC?
Yeah, he is the
All of those
worst.
things.
He is the worst. Okay, because like he gets into this thing where it's like, okay, there are 12 of you fighting to become God, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each diary has its own like special, unique thing. So like his is an indiscriminate diary, and like he is just such a fucking I could
take your word on it.
I could talk for like 25 minutes just about how fucking stupid Yuki is, but his father's voiced by Rosewall.
Well, I'm going to
just
be
ruined
watching
me.
Darwin's Game the next opportunity I get, which will probably be tomorrow.
It's up there in like my top 5 for 2020 for sure.
Anyway, all of you simp beta cucks out there,
This episode is not SCB, the Holy Trinity.
follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at No Big Banana.
Fuck that bell.
Send
Don't be like
emails
Yuki. Don't be a simp beta
to
cuck.
nobigbanana
Fuck
at
that bell.
gmail.com.
Just smash it.
and
do it
like
for
the
Aaliyah.
video, I guess. God, yeah. Poor Aaliyah.
Yeah.
That's
Pour one out for her. And fuck that bell.
yeah. And
It's been
just-
19 years, dude. Come on, man. It's enough time has passed.
it's still really sad.
Yeah, but it's not like I can't, like, what? So I'm just not allowed to make fun of people after they die now?
Telling you,
Fucking
man.
crazy,
those
man.
years go by, and it just gets worse. Once you get over 30, then you're real fucked.
Oh, I know.
Because the other day I was like, oh man, I can't believe I'm 30. And then I was like, nope, I'm 33. Like, that shit is real,
What the
bro.
fuck?
Yeah, man. Everything changes.